There's a lot of advice and encouragement out there about pursuing your passion as a career. And I think this is good advice in spirit, but I think it can be misleading because it just still puts you into a common track or a common pursuit that a lot of other people are pursuing. And it becomes much harder to stand out, even if you're passionate about it, because a lot of other people are passionate about the same thing and they're heading in the same direction. In this video, I'm going to get into kind of like my experience doing that, why I think wasn't so good in retrospect, and how I'm changing things now and how I'm encouraging you to do as well. So basically, even if we're using the word passion, society is still pushing you into one track, a singular passion, right? The same thing as putting you into a particular career path without the passion, right? Become a car mechanic, a doctor, a teacher, whatever the case may be, lawyer, obviously, right? Just career tracks. And now it's okay, find your passion, but it's still like that one thing. Okay, become an artist, a filmmaker, whatever your passion is, but it's still about finding one thing. Find that one thing you're super passionate about, do that. And so for me, the one thing I pursued for over a decade, probably close to 15 years, was becoming a Hollywood filmmaker, screenwriter and director. And even though it was not, I would say, the most traditional career path or a safe one, it was still, and it was something I was super passionate about. I was following this advice of choosing a passion, but it was still like a singular focus on a existing path that a lot of other people are pursuing. So there's a lot of other people pursuing the same passion, same dream. And I did this, I was out in Los Angeles where a lot of those people obviously congregate, being the home of the US film industry. And we're all pursuing this same thing. And if we're all pursuing the same thing, obviously makes it very competitive, and only a few succeed and win and actually achieve their passion, especially when we're talking about making money from it. But something like filmmaking obviously takes a lot of money to actually even make the thing in the first place, much less be profitable from it, but actually making it, right? If you're pursuing book writing, novel writing as a passion, you can write a novel for essentially nothing, right? The cost of whatever, pen and paper or a computer, a typewriter, obviously, right? So basically nothing costs to make a book. But to make a movie, that takes a good amount of money. Point being is that I'm pursuing this thing and I can't even really do it, right, without a lot of money. This ended up basically that for about 15 years, I felt like a failure because I was pursuing my passion and I was passionate about it, but I wasn't achieving it. And the point more here in this video is about pursuing the same thing that all these other people are pursuing. So I'm not standing out. It's super competitive and it's very hard to even get looked at because everyone's pursuing the same thing. So what I'm now changing, kind of the point I'm making in this video, is becoming multi-passionate. In other words, combining different passions together in a unique way so that I do stand out and I'm not just another screenwriter or director trying to make it in Hollywood, which, yeah, because we're all super passionate about that. Everyone that goes out to LA to do that is super passionate about it. So that's not enough. Passion is not enough. You also need to stand out. You need some uniqueness, right? And I've been combining now, and I'm in the process of doing this, so you're going to be seeing this live, is combining multiple passions. So I had the writing and directing, right, the filmmaking. Then also I've lately got into performing improv and stand-up comedy, something I did a little bit in the US, but didn't really pursue heavily. And now I moved to Bali 2 years ago, and I've been doing it much more consistently here. And then also I've gotten more in the last years into technology, and starting with blockchain technology a few years ago, and then more recently into AI as these generative AI tools that can make content, writing, video, audio, images, as that has obviously started to become better and available to consumers just through these applications. That's become an interest and a passion of mine. And then also teaching was something that I've always done since I was pretty young. Like I started I started as a camp counselor when I was a kid, but I was like tutoring other kids in high school. I did teach full time for a year, and then I also did some substitute teaching and then a lot of tutoring as a gig to make money while I was writing. And so I've always taught a lot, and then more recently I've been teaching improv and stand-up comedy here in Bali. And so I've got all these different things that I'm passionate about, and also personal development. I've been part of various personal development seminars and retreats and organizations and this sort of thing, and working on myself and doing deep inner work and helping other people to do their inner work. And that's also something I'm passionate about, right? So I got all these different passions, and now I'm working on combining them all, right? It's the way that we have this one-track approach to life and career that is, at least where I grew up in the US, is a prevailing approach. We then segment okay, this is the thing I do for work. This is the thing I do for fun. This is the thing I do with these friends. This is the thing I used to do, but there's no real point to do it anymore. I don't have time, or it's just extra. It doesn't make me money, so why put a lot of time into it? And we have all these different things that are getting segmented into different areas of our life, and some that are getting left in the past. But what I'm doing and really encouraging people to do is to combine everything and into some unique individual business, art, whatever the output is and whatever the identity is that you craft, but to combine everything. And this is the way that you're going to stand out and be successful. So to talk more about what I'm doing is I've had this filmmaking background. Now I have getting into AI. And so I'm now combining those, right? I'm using AI to create narrative content, writing, video, audio. And you can, if you look on my channel in the short section, you can see some videos that I made with AI. But I'm combining the skills, and I wouldn't be able to make as good videos as I have without the writing and directing skills that I developed over many years. And so it's like a combination, and then all the comedy, that I've studied and then performed and taught, then I can make comedy videos. So it's like combining different things together. And then I'm also, like I said, teaching and personal development, which is like part of why I'm making these videos is to try to help other people and teach and inspire and unblock. And I'm also I've been doing a workshop here in Bali every week to help creative people to get through their blocks and get into action and create their best work. And so that's combining my creativity, my stuff that I've learned about business, and my teaching and inner work also, right? It's combining all these different things. And so I'm just going to continue to develop this mix. I don't have it yet. I don't have the exact identity or personal brand, right? Or business or art, I don't say company, but art brand, let's say. Yeah. So let's just use the word brand. I don't have it all worked out yet. I'm doing this, but I'm combining this and trying to figure out how it best combines and what that will be, but it's a work in progress. And there is this stigma about the phrases jack of all trades, master of none, and the idea that you're supposed to just master one thing. And there's certainly a lot of value in mastery. However, the idea that you're just going to be one thing, I think, is becoming more and more outdated, and it's not as useful as it once was. And now it is going to be much more useful to have some unique combination. And a big reason for why I'm saying that is because of AI. And AI is going to be doing a lot of these tasks and work that previously humans were doing, and things that are very well defined, roles or jobs or categories that are very well defined and have been, there's a lot of history of like how to do them. AI is going to be able to do that because you're just going to be able to feed all that into an AI and they're going to be able to do the job, right? But it's going to have a much harder time doing a job of somebody who has a very unique combination of skills and experiences like you do, if you put them all together and if you really develop them. And I think this is actually like really necessary that people start doing now to prepare for the AI. It's not a revolution. Takeover seems a little Terminator or Matrix. I'm not quite I don't necessarily want to call it that. But the proliferation or just the expanding of AI technology to all industries in order to be ready for that. And so you don't lose your job, or you're able to do something, do your own business or service and art that can be successful. Well, you're going to need a unique combination of skills, experiences, and humanity in order to not be replaced by AI. But so getting into how to do this, how do you do the unique combination, and what if I don't know what my passion is, or I don't even know what one passion is, much less several passions to combine. What if that's going through your mind? It starts with, what would you do if money wasn't an object? If you had money, you had time, what would you do? What do you actually want to do all day? And people are very quick to, I think they don't really answer this question, because I've asked a lot of people this in person, and they avoid the answer for real, right? Like they either say, I would do nothing, like I'll just chill, or they say like what they think would be a good answer. Like maybe it's something charitable, or maybe it's something that already connects to like what their job is. So they like want to seem like they would do something similar. They don't want to actually admit that they hate what they're doing. So point is, people avoid giving the real answer because you wouldn't do nothing. You might take a break and a vacation. If all of a sudden you had a ton of money and you could quit your job, you didn't have to work. Yeah, you might chill for a little while. You might take a nice vacation, hang out on a beach, have some pina coladas, etc. But you wouldn't stay there because you would get insanely bored and unhappy, because humans are built to do stuff. Because if you just laid around chilling for most of human history, you would die, right? There was no, you couldn't just sit on a beach and someone's going to bring you food forever, right? That didn't exist for most of human history. So if you just chill for a while, your body will start to think you're going to die. And you're not going to be happy, because it's going to fire off negative brain chemicals, or it's not going to fire off positive brain chemicals also. And so you're just going to get unhappy, and it's going to suck. So point is that you wouldn't actually do nothing. You would actually do something. And what that thing, and if it's, yeah, but I would read or play video games or play board games or do stuff, and you're like dismissing that. Yeah, but the point of the question is to find out what I could do for work now that I'd be passionate about. And so you avoid, or you dismiss what the answers are. But it's actually, there's a lot more to dig in there, right? There are applications. If you love games, whether it's video games, whether it's board games, card games, there's a lot there that can be used, right? Like in this sort of combination of unique passions. If you like games, you like strategy, you like storytelling, especially if it's video games, you like storytelling, you like entertainment, you like collaborating with others, teamwork, right? And so there's more in there than you might see on the surface. And so it's, what would you really do with your time, and what would what makes you lose track of time? What do you do for hours? And then all of a sudden it's, wait, what time is it? Right. Doing that. And it's also trying new things because maybe you haven't actually even done the thing. People all of a sudden will take a class, pottery class, jujitsu, right? They'll try something new and all cooking, and all of a sudden they'll get really into it. They didn't realize that actually that was something because they just didn't try it. So one thing is really just to explore and do a lot of things that you haven't tried, and you actually don't know whether or not you'd be into them. So explore that without pressure. That's the big thing, is you putting pressure on yourself to figure this whole thing out quickly. It's not going to be fun, and it's probably not going to work. So one thing is just to give yourself time and explore without the pressure and create stuff, make stuff, take classes, watch YouTube videos and learn about how to do something, and then do it yourself and create stuff, whether that's art, whether that's content, whether that's a service, a business, a product, and share it with others and see what you really like doing, and what sharing it with others is also part of the whole process. It's not people dismiss it. No, you got to find the thing that you're passionate about without external validation. Yeah, but part of the process is the sharing with others in everything. Again, we evolved in tribes. We're designed to create for other people, to show other people, to share stuff with other people, and then receive from other people. That's how a tribe works, and that's how we evolved. So I was writing movie scripts and trying to make movies, and I did make one movie, which you can check out on Amazon Prime or Apple TV. And I was doing it to share with others. If the scripts that I wrote that didn't get made and they're just sitting on a hard drive, yeah, I was passionate about writing that story when I was working on it. But part of the whole process is the sharing with others, regardless of the money part of it. It's the sharing with others that's really the meat, the most important. When I did share it, when I did make a movie and we screened, when I played at film festivals and I saw it in the theater with other people watching, that was part of the process for me, and that ignited some passion in me, and that was a big part of it. So point is, whatever you're creating, find a way to share it with others, even if it's just whatever, friends, family, neighbors, or people on the internet, whatever. Share with others. That's part of the process, and see how that feels to share it with others. And just keep developing these things and do them as hobbies, as side projects, if they can't be a career, they can't be a career yet. And it's not all about what can you do for money. It's not all about job, because a lot of this stuff, like I said, when you find that unique combination, it can end up leading to money, even when it doesn't seem like it would at first. Look on YouTube, and you can find people that are making money, making a living, just playing video games or talking, YouTube or Twitch, obviously, playing video games or just talking about video games and all sorts of other passion stuff. That is not something that most people would immediately think as a career path, is to love video games or play video games. So obviously more in recent years, there has become, with esports, it's become more of there is a way to make money, but that's very recent, and it's not something that even most parents now would not encourage their kids to just become great at video games, even though you can make money off it now. So anyway, you get the point, is you're trying to find your own niche, not target a niche that exists, but create your own, become a category of one. That's the saying, is don't go into an existing category, but create your own category by combining your different, unique passions in a way that creates a new category. And this isn't, for me, this is much more than just here's some good advice to develop your personal brand or your career, right? That's not really I think it is, but that's not really my main motivation here, my main angle. Really what I'm trying to communicate is that this is the way that you can contribute to the tribe, right? Which is whatever your tribe is, whether that's locally in your area, whether it's a certain group on the internet, whether that's more something else. But the point is that the world needs unique creativity or unique creations. We don't need more of the same. And especially because AI is going to be able to do more of the same. And especially when AI takes, I guess, not takes over, but gets really expansive and pervasive, the only thing that humans are going to be able to do is something unique that AI can't do. And so you need your own unique combination. And I just want to be living in a world where we get different unique art and content and businesses and services and events and just people and interactions and communities. You need it. You need this unique combination, your own category, to succeed in this AI-dominated future. And the world, or at least I need it too, because I want to receive that. I want to receive your unique art or content or event, experience, whatever. And that's it for this video. Contemplate this and start exploring your different passions, and bring back your passions that you used to have, even if they were stuff as a kid. Usually looking in childhood is a really good place to look, because usually a lot of the passions actually you'd still be passionate about if you did it, right? Usually the kid, something like, well, the way the brain develops ages 11 to 20 is like where passions really develop for life. So look at stuff you did in between 11 and 20 a lot. And that's a big clue. That's probably a good stuff to get back into if you're not doing it. So anyway, tune back in tomorrow for the next video. I'm making these videos every day and documenting my whole journey with this. And so yeah, come along for the ride. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.